A woman is in critical condition after being shot in West Chatham this afternoon. CBS Skywatch was over the scene at 76th and Vincennes about 45 minutes ago. Police say the 26-year-old woman was sitting in her car when someone ran up and started shooting. No one is in custody.
Yo, face! Yo, your face, please! With sugar on top!
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest THF first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, Chicago right now is on fire, y'all, and keep in mind it's the ending of October. You would think we would see all of what's going on transpire during the summertime, but it seemed like a domino effect has been taking place where one body drops and another shortly follows. Whether it's get back or retaliation for people who assume people had involvement in something, but who knows. But one thing we could all agree with is it's getting out of hand. You got guys who we assume escaped the drill era actually getting unalived, and then you have kids as young as 16 getting unalived, and then you have females also included in that mix. And all of this is happening all while guys are trolling each other in social media posts and or music videos and song lyrics. With all that being said, we have a female rapper from Chicago by the name of Sh0t who have been shot and unalived. Sh0t, who was also the baby mother of another Chicago drill rapper by the name of 757 BA, who is currently incarcerated. The sad part of that situation is one parent is gone and the other parent is behind bars. This is the reality of most of the kids growing up in Chicago, where either a parent is not around due to a bunch of time being done in jail or they're in the grave. Can you imagine being him as he's incarcerated and have to hear the news that his children's mother is no longer here? Just the thought of that is crazy, but it's another rabbit hole to go down when it comes to her losing her life and saying she was involved in another situation. Sh0t would be accused of getting into street business, the same business that she alludes to in her music, as she would be accused of having involvement in the unaliving of THF 46 member Bezoo. Now, as y'all know, Bezoo was shot and unalived over the weekend as he was leaving an auto parts store on the west side of Chicago. He was walking back to his vehicle when two suspects ran up and shot him multiple times, leaving over 20 shell casings from different caliber weapons on the scene. Now, it wasn't clear at first, but it said that he was taken to the hospital fighting for his life. When the news first spread, close family members stated that he was okay and he wasn't deceased. But come to find out a day later, that news would quickly change, because it'll be hinted by Bezoo's wife and others close to him that Bezoo did in fact lose his life. CPD hasn't named any suspects within the shooting, but as y'all know, social media didn't waste no time. They would point out an op from a rival set who seemed to have on the same clothing worn by one of the shooters. Social media will also point out that he would go live flexing cash right after the shooting, hinting that he may have gotten paid for his involvement, allegedly. However, it's not 100% confirmed who did what, but they did commit the shooting in a very busy area, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's only a matter of time before they get caught. From surveillance cameras on each establishment to license plate readers and other tools used by law enforcement to catch suspects. On the flip side, just a day after the news broke about Bezoo losing his life on Sunday, the next day on Monday, a woman by the name of Ariana Bosny, 26 years old and a mother, was shot and unalived. According to CBS reports, an article in regards to the shooting would state, quote, "A woman was critically hurt after being shot while inside a vehicle Monday afternoon on the city's south side. The shooting happened just before 5 p.m. near a McDonald's restaurant in the 7600 block of South Vincennes Avenue in the West Chatham neighborhood. According to Chicago police, the victim, a 26-year-old woman, was inside the vehicle when another unknown vehicle approached and someone from inside fired shots. She was hit in the abdomen and taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center in critical condition. Now, although it's said that she was in critical condition, many of her peers would start taking to social media to announce that she had unfortunately passed away. Fonzo6700 was one of them, as he took to his Facebook to say, quote, "Man, if only they knew the half, shorty. Real life my effing dog. If I called you was coming no matter where and no matter the time, you never left me hanging. It never was a time you ain't opened that door for me, and for that, you will always have a place in my heart. I be so cold to losing MFs nowadays, but you literally got me feeling some type of way, superstar. I love you, shorty. All you wanted was to rap and take care of your son. You N-words gotta tighten up, man. It's so weak. I'm not even gonna overdump on this bit. You know what you know though, harder mode." Now, here's why many are accusing her of having involvement in Bezoo's demise. It spread it as a rumor at first, where some are saying that she dropped Bezoo's location, allegedly. Now, honestly, I don't know where that came from, but it's been a rumor all over social media. It could be true, or it could be people just speculating and making rumors solely because she lost her life right after Zoo. So they're just trying to tie them both together, but who knows? But the rumor is that she dropped his location. But we don't know how true it is, but we do know that she is affiliated with THF 46 Ops indirectly because she's the baby mother of 757 BA, whose set is tied to 051 Young Money, who are also ops to Bezoo and THF 46. Now keep in mind, it's still not 100% sure if that's even the reason, but small hints will be dropped by 051 members themselves. 051 Kamion, who was literally just trolling Bezoo's death the day prior, would repost a Squid 8 post about Ari's death, and he would caption it saying, quote, "Praying for AV, free 757 BA. Rest easy, love you shorty. You N-words is P and emotional wrecks. No points for this." Now if you read in between the lines, I think you can make out what he's trying to say. Still not saying that Ari is directly involved, but he definitely hinted what the motive behind her death could have been and who was behind it. I'll just leave it at that. Now on top of that, another Facebook user would speak based on the unaliving of Ari, as they would say, quote, "You N-words been scrambling lately and it's getting sad. It ain't even that serious, trying to even scores, and now I ain't staying in the female place cause y'all shooting us instead of sliding on them N-words y'all really scared of." Sheesh. Now let's change narratives real quick, because we also heard of another narrative about this situation that can also be true, but we don't know. If y'all remember, a Chicago girl by the name of Romika Meeks was shot and unalived when she came in contact with her baby father's other baby mother by the name of Holly. Many people want justice, being that Holly was arrested and released after she claimed self-defense. So some people are on Facebook alleging that maybe Ari was shot and unalived over mistaken identity due to her having a similar car to Holly's, believing that maybe it was get back for Romika Meeks but towards the wrong person. Once again, we don't know how true it is, because anything at this point could be true until we get word about what really happened after an investigation. So do what you want with that information, but we figure it'll make more sense to properly break down why Ari is being accused of being involved in Bezoo's unaliving, but then also shed light that it's more than one possibility as to what truly happened to her. Now on another note, y'all, please understand that not every female that gets caught up in the street is innocent. I've seen a post about someone saying, "What happened to no women and kids?" But the problem with that is that unwritten rule became null and void once those same women and kids started jumping into the streets with the men. You got female assassins out there too. Then you got kids 13, 15, and sometimes even younger catching bodies as well. In fact, I think we forgot that most of these kids during the early drill culture were every bit of 14, 15, and 16 at the time bodies were still dropping. So there goes that. But also when you got women now making drill songs and talking about catching bodies, sliding, dropping locations, back door being open, it's kind of hard to feel sorry for them because they make themselves a part of the street just as anybody else, unfortunately. And they don't have anybody else to blame but themselves. Y'all see the Aspen Cartiers, the Mellow Bucks, and it's crazy because when something happens to them, everyone say things like, "How could you do that to a female?" But in reality, it be them antagonizing it sometimes too. And sometimes even more than men, as we just seen what happened between Aspen and Little Zay Osama. And I never condone anything happening to a woman, but I'm also not naive enough to think that a woman can't put belt to you just as much as the next man, especially in Chicago. So how I feel is this: if you're gonna stay on the sidewalk, stay on the sidewalk. But once you jump into that street, at some point, male or female, you bound to get hit. Simple as that. So choose wisely. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.